Hi, it's me, Celia. How are you doing? Today is the day I will fly with my boyfriend to Milan? I don't even know what it's in English actually. Probably Milano. I don't know. And as you maybe can hear, unfortunately I got ill during the holidays, like right after Christmas I got ill. So I hope I won't get further ill because I didn't sleep very well, because I'm always really anxious before traveling. No matter what kind of transportation, either if it's by train or by car or by plane. Yeah, but by plane it's, I think, I'm extra anxious just because of, like, you have to go to a security check in and stuff like this. And I'm always afraid that I fuck something up and then they need to check my bag, blah blah blah, and we won't arrive the gate in time. But it helps not being alone. So now I have to dry my hair and pack the rest of my stuff, like cosmetics and toothbrush and stuff like this, and then we will go. Ooh, I'm excited. Ich hoffe nicht. We made it! Milano! Was ist eigentlich Englisch für Milan?
Milan?
Ich weiß nicht. And now we have to find the way to the apartment.
Bus, train, thingy.
Hello people, we made it to Milano and this is Grand Central Station. It's really more of the central station. Yeah, I underestimated how soon it gets dark, so I don't know how much I will film today. And this is the inside.
Wir sind dann zu Vesovi, sind 5 Haltestellen.
Hello, we arrived at our apartment in a, not in the old city, I think, but in like a more like a neighborhood where normal people live. But it's quite nice. It's actually really big. And this is the outfit of the day. Something comfy. So I thought I will give you a short apartment tour. So when you come inside, there's this mirror in front of the door, which is pretty nice, and behind it there's just like an utility closet. And here is the hallway. There's a lot of art and some place to put your keys with a cute desk. And then left from the hallway there's the kitchen, and it's really big actually. And it actually has everything you could need, like a fridge and an oven and stuff like this, even a dishwasher and some chairs and a table, which is nice. Yeah, I had to take out all my stuff out of my backpack because the water bottle leaked inside the plane and everything is a little bit wet now, but it's fine. Just wanted to show you. It's kind of a sleek kitchen look, and they have so much storage space which is not used, which is really funny. Yeah, but I mean, they have glasses and plates and stuff. That's really cool. And they have a lot of art hung up on the walls, which is also nice. Like a pepper. And then if you come out from the kitchen also to the left, there's the bathroom, which is also pretty big. It has a rain shower, which is nice, and a toilet and a bidet. And there's also a washing machine. I already put my stuff there. Yeah. Oh. So this is actually super big. I didn't expect it to be so big. And then the right room from the hallway. Erik is looking for a supermarket. You have the bedroom / living room, because it also has a desk and a chair and a TV and a really big bed with only one blanket. And there's a dresser. And on the other side there's also a small, not chair, what's it called? Sessel, which you can also unfold. So I think there could also be more than 2 people in this room. Whee! And this is a painting of the Duomo of Milano. And there's also a wardrobe, which is pretty nice. And there's Erik, and he's suffering because he worked the night shift and then slept for 2 hours, and now we were traveling the whole day and he's dying. Poor him. And now we're going to a gluten-free supermarket because we want to eat something and we'll check it out. It's already dark, so I don't know how good this video will be, but we are walking to the supermarket even though we are really exhausted. And we just passed this building. I don't know what this is, but it's beautifully illuminated. Okay, it says Politecnico di Milano, so some kind of university. And we already passed another university. So we're probably in the university quarter. Cute little houses. And Erik is like, we don't have any time. But we think this is the store at the corner. I hope it is, because I can't walk anymore. So we went to the gluten-free supermarket. It was cool because I've never seen so many different kinds of pasta in gluten-free, which was cool. And they also had like a lot of sweet stuff and also like salty snacks, but it's a little bit annoying because they only sell dry stuff and frozen stuff, and we would like to have some vegetables for our food. So now we have to go to a normal supermarket, but we passed the Pam on our way to the other supermarket, so we will try to get back there, even though my feet are really hurting. And I don't know about Erik. What about your feet?
Yum yum.
He doesn't hear what I'm saying. Okay. But we're snacking on the way because we're also hungry. And it's really funny because the student quarter is just really empty, and we're walking in dark, empty streets. Erik is a saint and is cooking right now. And we found this ice cream at the gluten-free supermarket, which we already, I think we already ate it when we were in Mendes in 2024. And it was so good. And now I will have some because I'm just dead. And we also took our first old tram when we went back, only for 2 stations, but it was really cute. I will show you some footage, because apparently one thing in Milano is that they have really old historical trams which are still going, which are looking really cool. So hopefully we can take a lot of them and just enjoy them. Hi people, I have to talk a little bit more silent because Erik is still sleeping. I hope this works. But I wanted to tell you about our first night in the apartment. Unfortunately, it was so cold that I couldn't sleep in the beginning, and then I had to put on leggings and the wool sweater because I was just freezing the whole time. I don't know, either the heaters are not really good or they just turned the heaters on the day we arrived and the whole building is maybe still really cold, because also we are in the basement or on the ground floor, not in the basement, and the basement is under us, so maybe it's really cold from the ground and it didn't have enough time to warm up. But I'm sitting in the kitchen now, and also the kitchen, it's smaller than the other room and it's not really warm. I can feel the warmth of my morning oats, which I made warm on the stove. And yesterday in the evening when we made pasta, you could also see all the warmth flowing from the pasta. So cold was it in here. I just didn't realize, maybe because I was still warm from the walk. And then actually this apartment wasn't our first choice. We booked another one and we are booking.com, I think. Not sponsored. And then it just got cancelled like a week and a half before we had to leave. I was at work, so Erik just looked for himself and booked something. And then afterwards he was like, I didn't see that some comments where it's quite loud. And I was like, oh, okay, that's not so cool, but I sleep with earplugs anyway. And if he can fall asleep, then he can sleep nearly anywhere. But during the day, there's no tram going down the streets, but yesterday when we took a walk, we saw that there are tram tracks on the street, in the middle of the street. And we were wondering why, if it was like an old tram and then they discarded it. And then we saw that there's a tram depot from the public train transportation company. I don't know its whole name, but it's short, it's ATM. And then we were like, but it looks like a little bit abandoned because it was a really old building. But I think apparently they go there during the night. And the newer trams, I think, are not so loud, but here are a lot of old trams going and they're really, really loud and you hear it even with earplugs. So in the beginning it was quite frequently, and then I fell asleep and I woke up, and then I woke up because it was so cold. And then at one point I think I was so tired that I just only woke up when the tram was coming, or it was a really loud one. So I did sleep, and I think I went to sleep at 11 p.m. I think Erik went to sleep at 10 p.m. I just read a little bit. Sorry, because I'm reading Sword of Glass, Empire of Thrones, Empire of Storms, and it's just, I just wanted to read for a bit, like to calm down after the day, but it's just so exciting, so I kept on reading and reading, and then I think I stood up, like I went to the kitchen at 10 a.m, so there was a decent amount of time to be able to sleep, but in between freezing and sounds, I don't know, I didn't have a good night, and I was already a bit ill, and now I froze a lot of time in the nights, because also the blankets look like summer blankets to me. I sleep at home with 2 blankets, like I have a one season fits all blanket which you can connect. So I have 2 blankets, and yeah, here I only have one. Yeah, I don't know. I hope if we have the heaters on the whole day, then it will be warm in the evening. Because if not, I will not get healthy again and I will just stay sick, and this would suck actually. Because I have to work again after this trip. I mean, if not, then I'm ill, I can't do anything about it. But I always feel so guilty being ill and away from work. So for my mind, it's hard to rest when I'm ill. But today it's actually quite sunny outside, so when Erik is waking up, maybe it's outside even warmer. Yeah, I also didn't want to put on like weird clothes because I didn't want to wake him, because he didn't sleep so much yesterday because of he had the night shift 4 or 5 times in a row, and then he's always really exhausted. Yeah. But now I will enjoy my warm oats. And then I also made me a warm tea, and maybe I will inhale a bit with like chamomile tea and a pot and a towel for my congested nose, and then we will see. I did it, I inhaled. And I think it also helped because I'm always meditating while inhaling. And now I feel a little bit better than before. And I'm hopefully more grounded for today. And I think I will wake Erik now because it's nearly 11. And I don't think that he would want to sleep the whole day away, especially where we don't have so much daylight. I think the sun is setting around 4 p.m. So let's clean myself up and then wake Erik. Okay, we realized that there's an AC and you can turn it on heat. So maybe it's not so cold anymore when we're coming back. And this is the outfit today. Really dark and really simple. And have you already seen Erik's cool coat? And we will go now outside. It's already midday, but now we're ready. And then we're going, I think, to an exhibition and maybe to the castle and see how cold it is outside and how much energy we have.
就是说，就是
Hello again, we're back home. We came to a warm home, which is really great because the AC, we turned the AC on warm before we left, and now it's warm, which is great because I'm freezing. Actually, when I checked the weather from Milan, it said that it will be like 9 degrees, which would have been like Celsius, which would have been more than in Germany because there it was minus degrees Celsius. But I think it's only like 3 degrees outside and it's really cold. And we went to the Pinacoteca and looked at some art, and then we ate in a small Italian bistro which was gluten-free, and they had some vegan options which was also tasty. And we had mousse in the end, chocolate mousse with white chocolate, and the white chocolate was really good. And then we decided to go home by tram, which was like half an hour more than like the whole journey took about an hour with tram, but we thought it's cute to see it and use it because it was one of the old trams, but it took a while till we could take one, and actually they're not heated. Also the 70s looking ones are not heated, so it was really cold because they opened the doors on every station. And then I was freezing, and now I feel even more ill than in the morning, which is not good. And I don't know what to do because tomorrow is the 21st of December, and it would be nice to be able to be awake at least to the new year. But we will see how it will feel tomorrow. Now it's, I think, 6:30 or 7 in the evening, and we will just eat stuff we bought at the supermarket and then have a relaxing evening because it's so cold and I'm so exhausted. Yeah, so that was our day, and we saw like parts of Milan in the old city, which is nice, but it's also, of course, really crowded and touristy. But what is really interesting is that in Germany, after the Christmas holidays, then it's like done. And here in the Bistro we saw there were two friends who exchanged Christmas gifts, and on the streets there's still Christmas lights, and also in the supermarkets you can see still all the Christmas stuff, and it's not even discounted, I think. So it looks like that Christmas is going on longer in maybe Italy or just in the city. I don't know. It's always interesting to see. And the bistro we went to, they make their own bread and own pasta and stuff, and they said they also have a bodega, so maybe we can also visit this in one of the next days. We're here until Sunday, and now it's Tuesday. But yeah, I don't know. And we wanted to look today in the evening if we can book a place at a nicer vegan restaurant. Sorry. At a nicer vegan restaurant. So we have like a nice meal tomorrow in the evening, maybe. Hopefully there's the table to book. If not, I don't know what we will do tomorrow. So I hope you had a great day. Mine was nice but cold, and I'm still ill. I think I've never been ill on vacation, at least not in the beginning. Sometimes when it's also cold on vacation, then I get ill in the end. But I don't know if I was ever ill going on vacation, and it's actually quite exhausting. And it's like, it also feels like a waste, because I feel when I'm ill, I'm in a more negative headspace, and then I complain about stuff, or I'm not so resilient, and that's sad because I'm on vacation and I want to feel good and enjoy. The bedroom is warm, the kitchen is also warmish, but the bathroom is still cold. That's not so cool. But I thought I will show you what we bought in the supermarkets, because I like to see interesting products from other countries. We have like this innocent juice. Maybe you know it's different, available in different countries. But they had this lime and ginger and apple juice, what I thought would be maybe nice to drink warm. And he bought stuff to make bruschetta or bruschetta, I don't know how to say it, and mustard and some kind of tomato soup and onions and pickles, and I wanted to have cinnamon. And then there's this company, Soya, which makes soy vegan products, and this is, I don't know what it is. Is it lime pudding? Looks like it. And I bought some tea and a chamomile sauce from Mutti and an apple. And yesterday we bought this, it's like grissini but in little ball shapes, and they are really tasty. They also had some in ring shape, but I don't like them so much because they don't taste so much. It tastes like dry bread. And we bought oats for breakfast, and then those rice, beans and vegetable snacks, but this one was dry. We also had one with the black rice, and it was nicer. And then he bought some cornflakes style stars. People, I look so bad. My face is a little bit swollen in my eyes too, because surprise, I'm still ill. But I slept really good this night, which is nice. It was warm enough. We turned the AC on again before sleeping because we had to turn it off because all the power went off. Probably because it's the AC on and then the oven and the stove and the kettle, water kettle, and then our landlords, or I don't know how you call it for temporary renting, wrote us and told us how we could turn it back on, and Erik did it because I was actually already so tired and over with, and it was somewhere in the basement. So afterwards it was warm enough in the apartment, so we turned the AC off. But right before sleeping we also turned it on again, so it's not cold in the night. I think I woke up one time because I was a little bit cold, but my blanket is actually really long, so I folded it, so it's 2 now. Yeah, so that was nice. And I think in the beginning I woke up because of the tram, but either there were not so many this night or I was just ill and exhausted enough to not care, so I slept a lot. I think Erik woke up between 1 and 3 and was awake at this time, and I felt really sorry for him because I didn't realize, and I slept really well. Yeah, so we just changed from last night, and today it's New Year's Eve, like the 31st of December, and actually we plan to eat something somewhere, but not many restaurants are opened and we are already restricted because of the vegan and gluten-free thing. So then Erik found one, but it was 160 euros per person, and I don't want to pay so much money for it, so we won't do that. So maybe we just go to a place called Pasta Mama, which is open till 3, and then eat lunch there and then see what we will do afterwards. And Erik wants to go on Mount Stella to see the fireworks from there. So maybe I will sleep in the afternoon to be able to do this. But that's the plan for now, and now we're eating breakfast. I already made myself some oats. Oh, and in the kitchen I turned the oven on for some warmth, because the warmth from the AC doesn't reach the kitchen and the bathroom. Erik showered yesterday and I don't know how he did it because it's too cold. I just washed myself with a cloth today. It's such a beautiful day today. The sun is shining and we're waiting for the tram, and hopefully it's not as cold today taking it as yesterday. But it's nice and the weather is nice. It's so warm in the sun. Look how cool the trams are. And we will take the 33. polite. So we went to Pasta Mama, which looked like a chain for gluten-free pasta, and they had one vegan option and we ate it. It was okay, like for a chain. And now, where are we going? Erik is guiding us somewhere because the sun is shining, and it's, I think till the sun is shining it's nice to be outside because it's not so cold today. Monumentale?
Yeah.
So we're going to Monumentale to see more of the city. Ah yeah, maybe to the castle, because you can just go inside for free. Like into the yeah. Cool, that's what we're doing now. Was ist das? Das ist jetzt das Schloss?
Das ist Monumentale.
It's crazy because there are so many, I don't know what you call it in English, like crypta, who look really big, and as if the people were really wealthy who are lying here. Okay, some of those mausoleums
aufs Kreuz. Ja, das Kreuz sich erreicht.
are really crazy. I mean, what's going on here? And then there's this one. Where you have like in the whole interior. Erik just said it looks like you have to solve a mystery to go inside. Looks like a tomb from a different culture. So many graves. We found vegan sandwich ice cream, but it's not gluten-free, so you can enjoy it alone. We're back. We went to eat some pasta and then we went to the cemetery. Actually, I think we didn't know that we would go to the cemetery. I think Erik thought it's like a big park. And then when we were there, I was like, ah yeah, cool. I read about it, that there are a lot of graves sculpted by artists and stuff. And then it was just, I mean, you would have seen the videos by now. It was just crazy how many different kind of graves there were. Yeah. And now I'm really tired and I'm making myself some soup. Oh yeah, and we also went to the supermarket again to stock up on more supplies, and we just found more vegan ice cream. One is, it's called from the company Soja, which you also can find in Germany, but mostly only like a Magnum imitation. And here they also had one with pistachio inside and nuts in the chocolate, and also the sandwich Erik was eating, which you saw just now. So we also bought this and just some stuff like soy milk and so on. And I think after my soup I will just try to sleep a bit, because I'm really tired. Because today it was sunny, so it wasn't as cold as yesterday, but still in the shadow it's really cold, and it's like a wet cold, even though it doesn't feel so wet. So it goes into your bones, or at least in my bones. So that's the plan. And another thing which is really, really great is that there was no fireworks or firecrackers, or I don't know how you say it in English, like Bella, those fire thingies which make just a loud boom sound. That there weren't any till now, which is super nice, because in Germany, or especially in Berlin, it would have already started, and it's super annoying, and sometimes it surprises you and then you are scared for a second. So it's nice that this is not happening here. Maybe they just have public fireworks, or maybe it's just at a certain hour, we will see. But that would be really nice. And Erik wants to go on a mountain to see the fireworks from there. So we have to figure out when we have to go. But I hope it's not before 10, so we can rest till then. I'm awake now. I couldn't sleep so well, but Erik slept a bit. And then we ate something, and soon we will go to Mount Stella. But I'm a bit afraid that it's really cold and that I don't have enough energy, and I will suffer because I'm ill. So hopefully it will be nice and we won't freeze anything off. And I also hope the view of the city is really worth it, because it takes like an hour to get there.